this is one of the mistakes people make. They understand the importance of relationship building, but they think of it too much as a robotic strategy.
We're just a couple of business anchors. Welcome to the Business Anchors podcast. This jingle is slightly too long. This jingle is slightly too long.
Looking at, in July, one of the most lucrative new clients that we converted actually came from someone who I've known for years and years and years, probably from when I was about 17. Someone that I knew growing up, went to another school that was my age. I sort of knew them from going out and partying, and every now and again would say hello and got on with them well. There was no strategy, like business strategy involved in building this relationship. It was just like, we got on, and over a period of years, we continued to build that relationship. And then about 5 years ago, this person's sister got in contact with me about supporting her to develop a strategy for her business. So we worked with her to deliver a strategy development day, supported her, did a really good job, and they were really happy. So that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then maintained this relationship with this person I've known for years. And then a couple of years ago, they got in touch about working on a project. Didn't quite work out for whatever reason, but maintained that relationship. And then a few months ago, they got in touch again about this opportunity for a new brand that was being launched into the UK, a really innovative product, which I'm sure you'll see more about as we work more on that project. But got in touch with us about that, and we converted that as a client in July, all because we'd built that relationship up over literally 10 plus years without having a strategy in mind to build that relationship. I think this is one of the mistakes people make. They understand the importance of relationship building, but they think of it too much as a robotic strategy. That's like, I'm going to meet this person at this event. I'm going to ask them what they're interested in. Whereas really, to build meaningful, authentic relationships, you can't necessarily always have like a proactive strategy around it.
I do think if you looked at the income of our business now, a big proportion is made up from clients that there's some kind of link with this kind of long-term relationship that's been built over time. For example, I spoke about Cameo Apples that we've worked with for years. That was through a relationship with another agency that put the work our way because they didn't think it was hugely valuable, and in the end, it has become very valuable for us. And like you're saying, that was a friend and then a friend's sister, and something you didn't know that would lead to the work that we're currently doing with that client.
I remember a couple of years ago, it's one of those things that sort of happened accidentally, but we realized the power of relationship building because we did an activity, and I recommend everyone should do this. Look at your closed deals or closed clients, which means look at clients you've won, look at your clients you've won over the last however many years, and ask yourself the question, where did that client come from? And you can start to look at patterns of, that one came through, social media or through a relationship we built. And we looked at a load of our closed clients, and most of them were through relationships we built over the years. And we were like, we need to put more energy into building these meaningful relationships.
And that's very specific to service-based businesses, that kind of thing. But I'd say even for product-based businesses, not necessarily on the sales side, although it could be depending on how you work, but there's lots of benefits that can come from those long-term relationships. It may be suppliers, it may be marketers, it could be any part of your business, but those long-term relationships can really have a big difference for product-based businesses as well.
Yeah. Another quick example, this podcast. I know you hate the meta, it's very meta, but people ask about like Adobe Express sponsoring the podcast. How did they sponsor our pod? That was through a relationship we'd built over years and years and years, who had seen what we were doing online and the content we were creating, that someone who grew a company that was bought by Adobe, that then put us in contact with them. They saw what we were doing and they now sponsor the podcast. So yeah, there's so many things that have happened if you look at our business and the down to relationships. And we actually did a podcast episode 119, why relationships are critical to grow your business and how to nurture them, where we go into a lot more detail if anchors are interested in listening to that.
Great. Dan, I would like to talk about what our customers actually want.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Tell me more. Just before you go, we want to take a second to talk about our podcast sponsors, Adobe Express. Adobe Express enables anyone to quickly and easily create standout social graphics, logos, flyers, banners, and more on the web and mobile. There are so many amazing features and benefits to using Adobe Express. You can choose from thousands of beautifully designed templates to inspire you and get started. You can quickly remove a background, convert JPEG to PNG, videos to GIFs, merge videos, change video speeds, and more. Apply your brand to your content in just a tap and collaborate with your colleagues through shared templates and libraries. You'll also get access to the entire diverse, royalty-free Adobe stock photo collection created by the world's best professionals and choose from over 20,000 licensed Adobe fonts, as well as their collection of curved typesets, grids, and exquisite font pairings. You can apply standout photo effects in seconds, discover easy bite-sized tips to get you started on the Learn tab, or connect on one of their creator community spaces to stay close to our team and fellow users. Now that's a lot of features to get your teeth into. Click the link in the description of the episode to give Adobe Express a go today, and we'll see you next week.